an article in the Sunday Gleaner on the weekend which says nearly 100 million or more than 13 billion Jamaican dollars in payments by Clarendon Alumina Production over a 4-year phase made it to the joint venture partner in the Jamaica arrangement and cannot be accounted for, a preliminary treasury and financial document says. An article by Liver and Barrett. And that document was prepared, I gather, by Andrew Simpson's CCA Capital Partners. The headline drawing speculation about 100 million US dollars gone missing. That's how some people are interpreting it. Couple of things. My preliminary information is that that is not so. Not so at all. Spoke to a few people in the know who say it appears an incomplete document was being quoted, and that in fact $100 million is not unaccounted for. And there are people in the sector who have found reason to question Mr. Simpson's company's credentials carrying out such a technical assessment. And they point out that the Public Accountancy Act does not allow people without a particular specialized training and specialized license to carry out that sort of technical assessment. But I recall the Minister of Mining, Bobby Montague, had told the Parliament earlier this year, Daniel, that based on soundings he's picking up, there's a case for an audit to take place at CAP. And the Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, in fact, advised the Parliament that the Auditor General's investigators are in. So my cautious take on that is let us hear what the Auditor General's Department has to say on that. Quickly, before we go, some members of his base like the tough talk, and it has excited them. But the man who leads the opposition, PNP, Mark Golding, is being pilloried on sections of social media for this comment he made in Clarendon a few days ago.
Time to step up and get busy and get wicked on them too. Like you think this thing will come easy. You're fooling yourself. Nah, come easy, right? Nah, give up this so easy. And the first step in the journey, comrades, is to win back local government in the next election. When you do that, Jamaica, as you said, the table turn. But look when the good boy man to do it, and they not talk about him and they love to see me in charge because they know so we can't win. Yeah man, go and talk them people there. Some people are begging, just get serious with this thing. Make the sacrifice, house to house, every PNP, everybody who ever voted PNP and still alive, make them come support that man in the Thompson Town Division. Make sure I say we win. Because we want that man to turn mayor for the whole of Clarendon. We want back Clarendon. So comrades, we just want to get, nothing you don't really know me. Probably somebody has said it for the first time, I listened for the first time. But we want to understand who it is. See? Because jungle will represent the heart of the PNP. Yeah. I'm proud of them. And them giving us strength. We're not feeling no guy in a parliament can't tell me nothing.
The opposition leader, Mark Golding. Now, Daniel, I'm not one of those who is of the view that politics is to be treated as church. There's a space to deliver political jabs. But given Jamaica's political history, this talk about get wicked upon them because them now give it up so easy in the context of campaigning. I think Mr. Golding can do much better. And the business about referring to a political colleague as the little boy, I'm not sure about that at all. I think it's quite inappropriate. And Mr. Golding has opened himself up to criticism because, nothing is off limit for those who discuss politics in the social media space. And given his hue, they are saying that it is, quite offensive to be describing a colleague as the little boy. And for those comrades who are listening and saying, well, it's just rhetoric, I say flip the script. Ask yourself if Andrew Holness has made those comments about Dayton Campbell, the little boy, and telling Labour rights step up and get wicked upon them because them not give it up so easy. What would be your view? I think civil society, it would be contagion among them. Certainly Mr. Integrity, Trevor Munroe, perhaps would have heard from him by now. But, you know, Trevor doesn't speak here anymore on Nationwide this morning since I spoke about the ambassador saying that he indicated that one side is corrupt and said for people to take him seriously, he should tell us about Grenada and a couple other matters, since I alluded to seeing him campaigning in his orange shirt in Tavern in 2007 when I was down there playing football. Trevor doesn't speak here. He speaks to Cliff. But I suspect that this is a matter that people of his ilk would normally comment on. That's what's on my mind this morning.